storied venues in college football, Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down on the sideline. Holly?
Hey guys, checking in with the Texas head coach before the game. This team has continued to shine, and he said his message to them in the locker room before the game was, this is our opportunity. They were not ranked to start the season and have continued to play their way into the conversation, but every week gets a little harder. He wants intensity and focus right out of the gate to prove to the world we belong, and we're going to keep making noise this season. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The run inside. It's Wilson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Arch Madness. Looking left. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that throw.
3rd down from the gun, Manning. Oh, pressure's coming. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
This offense has it with really good field position. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Right side, it's Flanagan. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch. On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. Going to the run, it's Coleman Williams. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
On 2nd and goal, he gets another chance. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And that's tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Longhorns head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. That's caught. It smothers. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Well, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. First down from the 43. Manning on play action. Stepping to the right. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Here's Manning to throw. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Manning lines up in the gun on third down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. He's already been, now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on fourth down. Now here's Manning. They're all over him. And they got him.
He had nowhere to go with the football. Fourth down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw it big? It's fourth down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with a sack.
Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Out wide right, it's Osborne. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know.
Throws toward the end zone. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. From the gun, it's Williams. And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. Good pickup on that one. They will stop him short of the line to gain, and now we'll see what they do on fourth down from the 17. Changing the routes with his receivers. Carr to throw for it on fourth. And it's batted away, and the fourth down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on fourth down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away, and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
Fires to the wideout. Oh, man, what a missed opportunity. Big fella almost got to run with the ball. Instead, it falls incomplete and brings up second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Manning throws for the tight end. He's got it. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Escapes the pressure to his right. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Right side, it's Brown. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
The give is to Williams. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. The Fighting Irish called their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. From the gun on third down, Carr throws to the tight end. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Inside the 45. There he goes. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And the extra point was good. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the second quarter. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Here come the Irish back on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Second and long here. Delay to the back. It's Danzy. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was second and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
They'll move the wide receiver. Carr from the gun on third down. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown, Longhorn. Took it all the way back to the house. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Comes onto the field ready to go to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Here's some daylight. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Carr. Turns it upfield. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. New set of downs after the completion. He's changing the play. Sets his feet. It's Carr. Throws to the wideout. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Looking for room, it's Smothers. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets...
Intercepted! A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll get him down after a solid return. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Throwing, Carr. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Breaks it, that's a fumble on the play. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. And they've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
Quarterback signaling to his guy.
Booster. Sweep.
To the air, it's Carr. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Incomplete. They fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
Zings it complete to the right. And he's tackled, brought down at the 19. They're into the red zone with another first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Here's Carr to throw. He wants it all. Touchdown, Irish! Right on the money, he makes the grab in the end zone. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. To be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Throwing Manning. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Makes a grab deep. Breaks free and he might be gone. He's at the to the house. Touchdown, Texas.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Carr. Out wide right, it's Brown. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Play action, C.J. Carr. Unloads to the wideout. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be second down.
This quarterback has thrown a lot of picks. I don't know if he's just not seeing the field right or he's just trying to force too many throws. That should have been number 4 right there, but the defender dropped it.
Long way to go on second down. Quick give. It's Coleman Williams. Enough to move the chains. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
Well, that's a really good-looking physical run. I'll tell you, when you think of Notre Dame football, too, you think of all the great coaches they've had, Eric Parsegian, Newt Rockne, Lou Holtz. Those guys would love what they're seeing right now. 3 yards in a cloud of dust, wearing the defense down, running the football when they know you're going to do it. This is Notre Dame football to a T. Beautiful.
Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time.
Fires toward the end zone. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. The play in the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20 on a touchback.
Well, you never even dream about this kind of start if you're a quarterback. That now his 4th interception in the first half, and he's just not been able to shake this. Bad decision-making. Fundamentally, he's just been off. This offense has never been able to find a rhythm, and I know this is a very talented player, but if you're the head coach at this point, you've got to consider benching this guy.
Going to try to get it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Escapes the pressure going right. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Motion from the back. To throw, Manning. Fires to the right. He's got it. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. To the air, it's Manning. Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their 3rd possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good happens for them to get the incompletion, but if I'm this quarterback, I'm still throwing it deep.
Fires to the right. Makes the grab. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And they'll send out the field goal unit. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Dead center perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Draw play, it's Osborne. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, we are beginning to see a little separation in the standings. The Week 5 edition of our update show. And leading things off, we take a look at Miami, taking on the number 4 team, the Georgia Bulldogs.
Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22.
And it's the Hurricanes, who are rewarded for feeding their star. For some reason, he plays better at home, and this team plays better at home, as they did today.
Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started.
They now sit at a sterling 5-0 on the season, keeping their unbeaten streak going.
He'll be knocked down, but not before doling out some punishment and getting 7.
Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a gap. It's Osborne. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Carr finds a soft spot in the middle. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Sets his feet. It's Carr. Moving out to the right. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And the defense registers their first sack, and they're bringing pressure from the second level. They're going to do a really good job in this game changing up the looks, trying to confuse this offensive line, and they did it there.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Now hits it. It's Osborne. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense
snags it, and there's running room. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a first down in the red zone. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
On the ground, it's Osborne. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. They march 78 yards down the field, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Looks like he's going to bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Direct snap. It's Lockett. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Arch is going to throw for it. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. They get to him as he throws. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. So you think quarterbacks are all about glory. How about taking that shot and getting rid of it just in time?
He did a great job hanging in there, being tough, and more importantly, I think, as a quarterback, surveying the field, looking downfield, nothing open, making the right decision.
That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Under pressure, and he never had a chance.
I got to be honest, I don't know if I've ever seen a defense contain this quarterback the way this defense has in this game today. Multiple sacks. They have been so disruptive. Multiple guys up front winning their one-on-ones. We got to give the D coordinator a ton of credit. He has dialed up the perfect plays and the perfect moments, and they have made this guy's life a living nightmare today.
Rush right in his face. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
All right, this offense needs to come up with a solution for this defensive end because he is a problem. They have got to find a way to help out the offensive tackle to prevent this guy from getting to the quarterback.
Makes a move. And there he goes. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They take the lead with the 6. The whole thought process is just get the ball back and what will we do on offense? And the special teams takes care of that.
What a great job by the special teams unit, making a big-time play. Listen, the offense was going to get the ball reached. Yeah, I get you, but they got this taken care of. Take the punt return, make a few guys miss, take it all the way to the house. Really good execution on that punt return.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He's brought down, but a really nice return gets him to the 41. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Motion from the wideout. Here's Arch to throw. Trying to burn this defensive back. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Upstairs, he's got it. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the third quarter. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. One final period to play, and we'll see who can grab that W as we start the fourth. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. Still on his feet. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. Touchdown, Longhorns! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
Man, this is wild. Late in the game, we're seeing two heavyweight fighters trading blows. The offense scores their last time out. This offense now scores a touchdown here late to get the lead, but there's time left on the clock. Can the defense step up here and make a stop to preserve this win?
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here come the Irish back on offense. They're in a precarious spot here. That lofty perch in the rankings hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
You know, it's hard enough just to catch passes in college football, but to do it while also being cognizant of where you are in the field and making sure you get a foot down inbounds, that's really impressive.
Air in the gun, third down. Here's Carr. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be fourth down.
After that incompletion, fourth and short now on their own side of the field, I think there's a lot of...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. C.J. Carr firing again. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off.
And that's such a good job by this defense. This offense is trying to find a spark, trying to get back in this football game. They're trying to be aggressive. The defense answers, and now you put your offense in a beautiful position to go out, execute a really good drive, and put a little distance between the other squad.
He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. Run in the red zone, it Smothers. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute. He uncorks one deep. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
Looking down the middle. Can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Now backed up in their own end. It's 3rd and long. Throwing, Carr. Rushes on. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
There was just nowhere to go with the football for the quarterback throwing it. So he tried to create, he tried to extend the play with his legs, just not able to get away from the defense, and now we have 4th down.
Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter.
Sweet.
4th down, Carr. Look out! Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And now my mindset has to completely change. Listen, we needed points. That's over. Like, plenty of time left, over 3 minutes on the clock. I got to get me a stop, and I got to get that football back so my offense can score some points.
And there's a coachable moment for that young man right there. It's a nice run. Your team's got the lead late, but because of that, you cannot go out of bounds before you get to 2 minutes. If you go out, the clock's going to stop. That's a coachable moment, something he'll learn from moving forward.
Arch Madness. Out of the backfield, he's open. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
Motion from the wide receiver. Trying to run, it Smothers. There's some room. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing, you need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Wide receiver going in motion. They give it to him again. Touchdown, Longhorn! And they take it in for 6 more points. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And what can you say about this offense in this game? All season long, they've done enough to win week in, week out. It hasn't always been pretty. They haven't always brought their A-plus game to the park. But they won a shootout today. Both offenses trading blows back and forth, and they were able to come out on top. And the offense, to me, is the reason they're still undefeated today.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a score. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Notre Dame right back to the line.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Here's Carr to throw. Unloads it left. Complete downfield. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup.
This is an offense that has skill, and they've got speed, and because of that, this defense, they can't lull themselves to sleep. They've got a big lead here late, but they've now given up back-to-back big plays. They got to put the clamps down.
Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. Steered out of bounds at about the 36. 6-yard line, a big pickup, and they are threatening.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game. But the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Fires to the wideout. Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds in this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
From the gun on third down, Carr. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Carr to throw for it on fourth. Looking for a huge play. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. The offense cashing it in on that drive.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
Let's get weird. This is exactly what they needed. They needed something to happen. Down 2 possessions, fourth quarter, got to make it happen. Onside kick, team comes through.
First play of the drive comes from the 41. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Able to make the catch, but not in the field of play. It's an incomplete pass.
And this offense has another opportunity to put a scoring drive together. They've done a really good job, man. Their defense, yeah, it's been okay. Like, giving up a lot of points. Now they're in a situation where can you be clutch? Can you come up big in a 2-minute situation when you really need?
He'll take a deep shot here. Got it in stride inside the 20. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. They'll throw it from the red zone. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. Brought down at the 17 as he brought it all the way back inside the 20 after the pick. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking for space. It's Smothers. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. Notre Dame will now use its second timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Might as well run him again. Got some green grass. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. The Irish use their 3rd and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. The Longhorns will call on their punt team. Searching for space. They bring him down strong. Effort by the coverage team, and that's how they'll put a period on this one. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff?